Sure Jazz recap here on DJ and PK 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott with you. The Jazz come up short against the Raptors last night, 107-100. Lauri Markkanen had his best game since returning from illness, 27 points for Lauri, 9 of 22 shooting. He also grabbed 11 rebounds. Isaiah Collier stepped into the starting lineup with Keontae George not playing because of his rolled ankle. What a night for Isaiah, 19 points, 5 of 8 shooting, went to the line 10 times, made 8 of those, dished out 7 assists as well, but the Jazz came up a little bit short. The Raptors getting a nice night from R.J. Barrett with 21. Brandon Ingram added 19. Let's get to the postgame sound and start things off with Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
I told the guys that if we play that hard and compete that way defensively every night, everything will feel different and the results will be different. Ultimately tonight, turnovers did us in, 24 of them for 26 points. A lot of good intent to move the ball, just some unforced errors, a couple too many that were bobbled. Got a little loose with our dribble in different moments, but ultimately I'm really proud of our team for how they competed tonight. I think, those things show strides of growth. I thought defensively the guys did a really good job communicating. I thought our physicality was way better. We only allowed 36 points in the paint. And that's a tough physical team we played. So a lot of growth on the defensive side. Got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
What else impressed you defensively, especially with a matchup like this with the team who runs the way they do?
Yeah, I felt like, in the half court, we did a really good job guarding them. In the first half, I think it was roughly half their points were in the first 6 seconds of the shot clock. Like, they do a great job of pushing it and putting a lot of pressure on your defense early in the clock. But, we need to improve defensively in all facets. So for us to have a step taken, in the right direction in the half court, I think that signals, a lot of the hard work starting to pay off. But we need to do it more consistently.
What about, I know we talked about Isaiah pregame too, but his performance tonight and also just getting to the line, 10 free throw attempts, especially now where Keontae's out?
Yeah, I thought Zay picked his spots really well. It didn't feel like he was forcing anything tonight. He continues to do a great job one-on-one of, picking a hip and getting low and being really physical, playing off 2 feet. I think since Zay has really been able to adopt that 2-foot mentality in the paint, his decision-making has gotten better. His turnovers have gone down. His finishing has improved. I think it's been a big breakthrough for him.
Coach Jay, you mentioned the Raptors just scored 36 points in the paint. What did you see from Yusuf Nurkic and Lauri Markkanen protecting the paint?
Yeah, those two guys did a good job, but for us, it takes everybody for us to protect the paint. We don't have one person that we're going to rely on to erase everybody else's mistakes. I think Nurk had some really good moments. He had 3 block shots. Lowry's size and athleticism stands out in different moments. But for us to protect the paint, it takes, all levels of the defense to be good. We need to guard the ball better on the perimeter, switch physically, continue to communicate. So it's about the group, not just those two.
Yeah, and you're showcasing this season like great glimpses of what you can become in the near future. And related to that, Lauri Markkanen has not been named an All-Star. I know that at the end of the day it's about the team, but do you think that him not being an All-Star is kind of unfair to Utah and to him?
Well, I think Lowry's an All-Star level player. I think there's a lot of decisions as it relates to who gets promoted and who doesn't that don't make sense to me.
That is Jazz head coach Will Hardy. Let's now move to the players and hear from Cody Williams.
Really 2 possessions for a lot of the third and the fourth quarter. What do you think it came down to have the Raptors come out on top?
I think a big part of it was just turnovers. We had 24. I think they scored 26 off our turnovers. So that's really what it came down to. I feel like we were good enough offensively and we communicated and played hard enough on defense to win. So I think just turnovers kind of bit us in the butt.
Coach kind of mentioned that you guys took a step in the right direction defensively. What do you think, or where do you think that came from when it came to facing this team who plays really well in transition and just what you guys did in the half court against them too?
I think it just took time and, just more film. I think kind of the more film we watch, we kind of understand, the effort and the level of intensity we kind of have to play with on the defensive end. So I feel like tonight we did a really good job of kind of locking into the schemes and communicating, and then I feel like it kind of showed.
I know you take a lot of pride on that end of the court too. How do you feel like that just keeps continuing to build confidence for you this season?
Yeah, I just feel like especially defense is one of those things where if you're not getting it going offensively, that's something that can really, kickstart your game. For me, I know that's my way on the floor, and that's kind of what I've been building off of, and it kind of gets me going offensively as well. So I feel like just, being aggressive on the defensive end, it kind of just pulls everything together.
I know they have you watch certain highlights for cutting and slashing and things of that sort. Is there anyone you watch highlights of defensively that you take notes of?
Defensively, I really watch a lot of guys, just bits and pieces. Like I know I watch a lot of Lou Dort. Let me see who else I watch. Who did I just watch last game? Gary Payton. I watched him a lot because he's guarding fives. Gary Payton Jr. Well, there's like a bunch of guys. It's like a different dude every game, but it's really just like bits and pieces, like how they use their feet, how they steer. And I watched Alex Caruso to see how he uses his hands, especially like in the low post. So, just picking bits and pieces of every great defender.
And then next game up against the Pacers, have you taken a look at that team yet and what that matchup might be look like for you guys?
I haven't looked at it, but watched them in the finals a lot and watched them this year. Just know they're a fast team. They really get up and down and push the pace. They're a physical team, so just have to be ready to match that intensity.
That's Cody Williams, had 10 points last night in 20 minutes, 4 of 5 shooting for Cody. Let's now move on and hear from Isaiah Collier.
I had to step up, be the point guard, for the team, starting point guard. So, that's a, big shoes to fill going to this game. But, I feel like, I'm capable of it. So, it was just coming in and getting the team involved. I think we gave up, a couple of rebounds down the stretch as a team that hurt us. So, we was in the game, for the most part, the whole game. So, got to learn from those little mistakes and, learn from it, honestly, yeah.
In what ways have you seen progress defensively, especially tonight?
Just staying locked in on defense. That's the little things like that. Being in the stands. I think me, Woj, Will, we all, talk about that all day. So, it's extremely important for me. For my career, it's just to guard basketball and, play on both ends of the floor.
You had 10 free throw attempts tonight. Do you feel like you were attacking the paint any differently than you normally do, or how do you feel like you were able to get to the line?
More so just reading the defender, honestly. I think I was doing that the whole game. So, if he just opened up his feet, to use my quickness to advantage and, try to get downhill.
How much more are those reads coming along at this point in your career from either watching film or just the reps?
A little bit of both. I think that's what, makes the game a lot easier. I think that's why the greats are the greats. They just read little things like that, and then as soon as you mess up, it's a bucket. So, little things like that, I try to use to my advantage. A lot of film, a lot of reps. So, I like to see it pay off a little bit. And like to see the progress. Thank you.
There's Isaiah Collier, 19 points, 7 assists. Got the start in place of Keontae George, that 19 points season high for Isaiah. Up next, the Jazz take on Indianapolis coming up tomorrow night in Indy. That game will tip off at 5 o'clock. Pregame coverage begins at 4.